Okay, here we go. Welcome to our coffee chat info sesh about coaching. I'm really excited that you guys are watching this, that you got the recording. It's very fitting that I'm doing this with my 3-month-old and my 2 kids are screaming in the background. One of the benefits of working from home. It's a Saturday morning, and I'm just really thankful that we get to meet with our team on these mornings and get to chat. So I put together some really basic information for you guys to learn more about what it means to be a coach. I know that when I started, I had a lot of misconceptions. I thought that I knew what it was. I actually wanted nothing to do with it in the beginning. And a lot of people who end up loving this start that way, like super resistant. I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to do this. I'm not going to annoy people with a product. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to drink it myself. Like, that was mine. I know for Jamie and, a lot of other people, that was their same feeling. But there's something that's captured our heart in what we do. And when you really learn the core of what it means to become a coach, it's actually incredible. It's like the biggest not the biggest, but one of the biggest blessings to my family, for sure, and the life that we're able to live because of this career path. So I just wanted to share some of those highlights with you guys and answer any questions that you may have. Now, if I can figure out how. There we go. Okay. So my story and the highlights of it, I guess. So I started March 3rd, 2016. It was right after I had my first son, and I was working full-time at the time as a registered nurse in our local prison, and I was on our level 2 yard. And to be honest, at the time, I actually really I liked my job. I didn't hate my job. I will say that. My personality, I've always been a very ambitious human. In high school and college, was always involved. Like, I was ASB president in high school. I was involved in all the clubs, captain of the softball team. Went into college, same thing. I was involved in, oh, that was really nice, sister. You guys got that puke action shot there. I was just over involved in everything. I've always been a very driven, motivated person. And so when I thought about having a family, being a work from home or stay at home mom was just never on my agenda. Like, I never thought that would be fulfilling for me. And I know that sounds horrible to say out loud, but I always, like, I paid $100,000 for my nursing degree and got my bachelor's and worked really hard for that. And I never thought that I would want to walk away from that. And then I had my kid. And I was like, I never want to leave you ever again. Like, not even for 5 minutes. And the reality sunk in that I have to put him in daycare. I have to find someone else to essentially raise him 5 days a week. And that's if I didn't get help for overtime. And at the time, we were very short staffed. So I was working 40 to 60 hours a week. And thank you. Going back to work, it was like mentally torture for me. And I remember Googling like work from home RN jobs because I wanted to figure out how I could be home with him. Well, I was also dealing with some severe back pain. I found out through my pregnancy that I had moderate to severe degenerative disc in my low back that I never knew existed. I was 29 at the time. So when my chiropractor told me that, I was like, no, you don't understand. I don't degenerate. Like, I'm not degenerating before 30 years old. That is not a thing. And so I asked her how I could fix it. And she's like, well, there's not much you can do with this kind of problem. And I asked if it would get worse with subsequent pregnancies. And she was like, probably. But we can do adjustments, and I don't want that to keep you from having more kids. But in my mind, I could not get up from a laying down position by myself. My husband had to literally put his hand under my back and help me up because it hurt so bad and I had no strength. The same with holding my son. I thought after I had him, after I was done being pregnant, that it would get better, and it didn't. And I could not put him in his crib. And I'm like, this is not okay. And so right around that time, literally the next day, I saw this random chick's before and after picture on Facebook. I had no idea who she was. She lived in Boston. I was in California at the time. And I was amazed by her results after having her first child. So I had heard of Beachbody before. I had done the workouts like P90X, like most people, at the gym before with like the notebook. And I think it's like, I don't know, stole DVDs from someone back in the day. I had looked into Shakeology and was actually really impressed by the ingredients, because I'm an ingredient Nazi. Like when it comes to supplements, there's a lot of, unfortunately, bad things out there that aren't worth your money and are a waste of money. So I thought, before I looked into it, Shakeology was the same. And I had done their cleanse, the Ultimate Reset. Actually, I lost 24 inches in 21 days. Like, it was I got incredible results from it. But I never knew about coaching. So I reached out to her. I'm like, look, I know how this works. I want the coach account just for the discount, but I want nothing to do with coaching because I work full time in a prison and I have a newborn and I'm a wife. Like, I have all the dishes, all the laundry, all the work, like, stressful job. I don't have time for anything extra, but I want the discount because duh. And that was my first message to her. And she was like, hi, nice to meet you too. Like, okay, no problem. I'd be happy to help you. And so I got signed up with the coach account. I think it was $160 that I paid for DVDs and Shakeology and these containers. And I still wanted nothing to do with coaching, but my background as a nurse and in all my studies, and I became a certified holistic health coach years prior, I knew that deep down, my dream would be to work in a job where I was able to help people. That's why I went to nursing school. And I didn't feel fulfilled in that as a nurse, to be honest with you. Not in the way that I knew I could be. Not in the way that I felt could be most powerful. And then going back to work with a kid at home was brutal. And so I knew, she sent me this super simple document. And she basically told me, Jessica, I know you don't want anything to do with coaching, and that's totally fine. I know that your life is super busy and you have no time. That's totally fine. But I just want to let you know, if you have any friends or family who want to do this group and this program with you, since you have a coach account, there's like a referral link. You can set them up with you being their coach, and they could just join the group that I'm running and do this with you. And I was like, oh, duh, no brainer. Everyone's going to want to do this with me. The program I did at the time was only 22 minutes. And so I sent out an email and I was like, Mom, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, best friend, let's do this program together. It's only $140. The workouts are 22 minutes. Check out the results this chick just got. This would be really fun. I want to lose weight after pregnancy. Let's do it. And everyone was like, yeah, absolutely, let's do it. And so I asked them for all their information and I signed them all up with coach accounts because I'm like, duh, it's the cheapest. You get 25% off of everything. I didn't even ask them if they wanted that. And I just asked them for their credit card information. Literally, like, back in the day, to me, it was such a no-brainer. Well, then that next week, I got my first paycheck from Beachbody, and I think it was over $200. And I'm like, wait, what? I did nothing. Like, I really was just excited about what I was doing and told people to do it with me. And then I realized that's what coaching is. Literally, that is what coaching is. You show up for yourself and then you invite people to do it with you. So the reason why I joined was so simple, right? I just wanted to do it for myself, and I wanted to encourage my friends and family to get healthy with me. I thought it'd be more fun and help me stay accountable. So that was 4.5 years ago now, which is crazy how much has transpired. I now have 3 little ones, and I've been working since June of 2018. I was able to walk away from my nursing job because of coaching, and I've just never looked back. And so now we're at this place where we just moved from California to northern Idaho, Washington area, and we wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for my coaching job. And that, to me, like, the financial time freedom, the location freedom, my husband right now, he doesn't have to go back to work right now because of this job. and what it provides financially for our family. And, you know, he obviously will find what he loves, but the fact that he doesn't have to, that we're in the winter and that he can be here with our family, the freedom for our family, like the life that my kids will have is extremely different than what it would be if I never said yes to this, and if I never gave it a shot, if I never tried, and if I never dared to believe in myself and started learning about what this actually is and what it could be. We are officially debt free, which is like our cars are paid off. My student loans, I had over $30,000 in student loans, which isn't too bad for paying $100,000 for my nursing degree. We just paid off my husband's student loans that he had. Everything's paid off because of this job and what it's allowed us to do. And I also, like, where I'm going and why I continue to show up is I see this opportunity to live a life outside the box of what's normal, what society tells me I have to do. You know, like, I feel like a lot of us, we're told you go to college, you get a degree, no matter how expensive it is, you graduate with all of this debt, and then you go and you get a 9-to-5 job. And that's what's responsible. And there's nothing wrong with that if it brings you joy and it is you living your absolute best life. But for me, it wasn't. And I felt so weird walking away from a career, traditional career, that I spent $100,000 on in 4 years of my life. And it's so acceptable to get into so much debt to go into a job that's extremely stressful and that doesn't fulfill you. And it's just like, you think about society's agenda that they put on you that you've accepted as this is the way I have to do it. And it's interesting once you take yourself out of that and think, if I could do anything, if my life could look like anything 1 to 5 years from now, what would that be? And I realized that coaching was the vessel to get me to that dream life. If failure is off the table, I knew I'd be successful. I knew that I would want to have the freedom to be at home raising my kids, but still have something that I was doing to contribute to our family financially, and that was fulfilling my God-given purpose to serve other people. I was created for that, and I know it, and I'm not apologetic about it. Like, I wanted to be able to work in that and to empower other people to do the same. So that legacy aspect of showing my kids what it means to follow your heart and to really fully commit to being the best version of yourself, no matter how different that is from other people and what their expectations are of your life. And then the fact that coaching, it really uncovers the best version of me, because a huge part of this is committing to your own fundamental needs as a human, which is like my physical growth, my nutrition, my exercise, water, sleep, all those things, stress management techniques, my mental, emotional health, of constantly doing mindset growth and personal development and focusing, how do I work the muscle of my brain to see the best in life and to become an overcomer of hardship rather than a victim of it? How do I encourage other people to do that? And my spiritual life, my faith has always been very, very important to me, and sharing the love and grace of Jesus is always something that is the foundation of who I am. And this has given me a platform to do that. And I'm so forever thankful for the friendships that I've made and the people I've met through it. And then this is typo down here, but I want to make my family proud of me and my son, so that should be in there. I was at 5 a.m. editing this, so my brain was not on point. But I want to make my family proud of me and really show up in the best way that I can, because we only have one life, and I don't want to waste that doing something that doesn't bring me joy. And then lastly, from a business perspective, the cool thing about this job is that it's not just about me. I can't help all the people, and I don't want to help all the people. I want to find a group of other women. It's mostly women on our team, I mean, I'd work with a dude too, but it's mostly women on our team. But I want to build a group of women who have similar passions and aspirations to be able to work from home with their kids, to be able to have time freedom to travel or to never miss a soccer game or a ballet recital, and who want to make that impact on their circle of influence, and who want to have financial, location, time freedom for their family. I want to help mentor and empower those women and those families, because this is going to sound so Pinteresty, but this is really how we change the world, right? It's one person, one family, one marriage at a time. We can't change all the people, but if we can change 15, and then those 15 help 15, and so on and so forth, and that ripple effect, it is so powerful, and we will make a lasting impact, and it's happening. Our team has created so many inside out transformations, and the fulfillment aspect of what we do is so, like, that is soul wealth. I feel like my soul feels wealthy in what we're doing, and you can't replace that. Okay. Oh, this turned out so blurry. So what is it, excuse me, what is it that we do as a coach? There's 4 vital behaviors in coaching that we focus on. And I'm going to show you here in a second how we track that. Number one, you have to be proof that what you're doing works, which means it is part of your job to show up and exercise. It is part of your job to follow a nutrition program. Are we perfect? No, I am not perfect in this, but I get to, like, I've learned how to integrate that into my life. And maybe for 1 month, I'm going to be 100%, and I'm going to go all in with my nutrition program, and I'm going to, do everything right. And then there's another month where I'm on vacation, and I'm going to learn how to eat veggies most and drink water and also have a margarita. And that's okay. Like, this life is about balance, and you do not have to be 100% in anything, but you do have to be proof that what you're doing is working, which means you're getting yourself results. That is the first part to becoming a coach, is you pick a program and you stick to it. And that belief that is instilled in you naturally as you feel better is going to make your job a lot easier. Because the last thing that we want is to have fake people in our team. We are not a team about inauthenticity. Yep. Okay. We're very real, and it's important that you have that belief in how does Shakeology make you feel? How do the workouts make you feel? Have you gotten stronger? What is different about our nutrition programs? It's different than the fad diets that people are following that is destroying them, their mental health and their physical health. How is it different? When you can be proof of what you're doing, when you dive into personal development and your mindset shifts and you become more confident and a happy person, all the rest will follow and flow easily. So number 2 is we connect, invite, and follow up with people. This is a people business. If you don't care about people, you will not be good at this. You have to want to help other people. And people get intimidated by social media. I don't have a social media following. You don't have to have all of this together in the beginning. We teach you how to do this, and you have to start somewhere. I know so many extremely successful coaches who had 0 social media in the beginning, like didn't have an account. It's okay. Do you have to be on social media? No, but it makes our lives so much easier, especially in COVID worlds right now, right? Because we're able to connect with more people around the world and help them and show up every day and show what we do. So it makes your life a lot easier. We have a business activity tracker. So right there where it says they use the SC BAT, that makes things so easy. It tells you exactly what you need to do every day to grow your business. We have these challenge groups that we set up that we invite to. Don't worry, we will show you exactly how to do that. You can join whoever you sign up with. You can join your coaches the first month or 2 to kind of get the hang of it. It's super simple. We make friends. We have conversations with people online and in person. share what we're doing, ask them how they're doing. Most people need help in their health right now. They are stressed out and overwhelmed, and they've gained the COVID-19 like in poundage, and we like as people are feeling discouraged. We're going into fall and winter, so just being there for people, asking questions, how are you, caring about them, and then sharing with them, hey, this is what I started doing. You should totally do this with me. This would be fun. I think it'd be good for the both of us. And then number 3, we get people results, both for ourselves and for our customers. So we have challenge groups, like I mentioned, where we show up and we help them stay accountable. We are, if you think of the coach as the middleman, here's your customer where they're starting. Here's their goals where they want to be. A coach is right in the middle, and you're the advocate that's connecting them to the tools and resources they need to get the results to be at the end. It is not your responsibility to work out for them. It is not your responsibility to eat healthy for them. It is just your responsibility to show them the tools and to be there to encourage them and say, hey, I'm here when you need me. I'm here if you have questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you. So don't think that as a coach that you have to know everything, because it's not true. You just have to be a kind, present human that learns about the tools we have to offer and connects your clients to what they need. And then lastly, do personal development. Now, I will be the first to admit that when I started, I didn't think that I needed this. I thought it was kind of like new agey, like personal development. I've had enough personal development in my life with all the trauma that I've been through. And then I read my first book because my coach said I had to. And I actually listened to it. I used to listen to it on my commutes because my drives to work were 25 to 30 minutes each way. And the first book that I read, I want to say, was The Power of Vulnerability by Brene Brown. And I was like, oh, shoot, I do need this. I do need this. And it is probably one of the most life-changing elements to what we do, because everything shifts, everything changes in our life and our mind. If you see your life if you see yourself as a victim to what's happening to you, and yourself as powerless, then that's how your life will turn out. You will not take hold of responsibility for your life and see the opportunity to turn your hardship into something really powerful. And this is where, when people don't believe in their worthiness of being successful, this is where everything shifts. Because if you believe in yourself and you believe that you have the power and the courage to change anything in your life, all the other things will happen. You'll start taking better care of yourself, right? Your marriage will improve. Your parenting will improve. Your fulfillment, your happiness, all those things will improve. Your fear of failure and that so many people are paralyzed by that will go away. The feelings will stay, and you're going to take action anyways. So if you ever wondered about how do I become like that motivated, inspirational person that I see every day showing up, or I see sharing positive things, that's really all that it's all in your mindset. That's one of our vital behaviors as a coach. These are the 4 things that we do. Different ways to do them. These are the 4 things we do. Okay, so how do coaches earn income? So I will be very honest with you that our goal is to help you become profitable as soon as possible. But you need to know, like with any business, that this takes time and effort and consistently. It's not a get rich quick scheme. So don't go and quit your job right now to become a coach. If you need that to provide for your family. The income potential is insane over time, right? So I'm 4.5 years in, and I shared with you guys here in 2019, we had about a $65,000 a year, and that was in my 3rd year of coaching. So there's 2 main ways that you earn money as a coach. The first is retail commission. That's called front end income. And Beachbody's business model, this is really important for me to share, because I had no idea till like 3 years in. Beachbody's business model, because there's obviously a lot of other companies out there, is heavier in back end income. Commission is front end income. Back end income is residual income, the money that you're making when you're not working. So retail commission is exchanging effort or a sale for a transaction for a commission, right? And it's great. And in the beginning, that's mostly what you're going to be earning. So you'll earn 25 to 40% commission on products and programs such as Beachbody On Demand, challenge packs, those kinds of things. The power of this business model is in the back end income, and that is in building a successful team. Now, that for many people is extremely intimidating in the beginning. You're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Why would anyone want to like build a team with me? It will come. I promise you, it will come. So when you build this, right, which you will receive training in, free training, free business training when you join our team, you have the opportunity to earn team bonuses weekly. It rewards your team's overall impact. So let's say you have 3 friends that are best friends, and you're like, I think you'd be really good at this, or it'd be really fun to do this together. And they join you and say they help 3 people. You earn bonuses because your 3 friends helped 3 other people each. That's awesome. So as a rule, for every $300 in transactions that your team has, you will earn a bonus. That is just like it's a little bit more complicated than that, but as a rule, that's kind of how that works. So let's say that over time, you have 20 people on your team that they're like, yeah, I'd like to like have, I don't know, I'll help my mom out or my sister, and they help 1 or 2 people. That's your residual income. Your bonuses are going to substantially grow. And there's, excuse me, under that residual income, those bonuses, Beachbody offers a 5 to 10% matching bonus to you for your coaches who you sign up, who are growing teams also. Excuse me. And then there's quarterly profit sharing opportunities. And I know that's kind of like business lingo, but every quarter, once you reach a certain promotional rank in as a coach, you can earn quarterly bonuses. So like our team earned the 5-star bonus this last quarter. And with that, I chose to do a really fun leadership retreat. We had a photo shoot and a lot of fun stuff. So I am a big believer in investing back into your team when you do earn those quarterly bonuses. They range from $800 up to $75,000 at the top with a 15-star quarterly bonus, which is nuts. It has nothing to do with commission. It is completely separate. So it's important to me just that you know that there's different ways to earn, and that it's set up so that in the long run, you're going to work less and make more money, which is the goal. My investment, to keep things in perspective, $160 to start a business that has done this for our lives. In 2019, we paid $65,000. We've made well over $180,000 with this business. And my investment in the beginning was $160. And that was for my workouts and my nutrition program and my Shakeology. That's what I paid for. That's crazy. When I break it down hourly, I make $50 to $70 an hour or more because I'm working part-time hours, but I'm making a full-time income. Okay. Here's some of our team's real-life transformations. And behind each of these before and after pictures is an incredible story. Incredible story. All of these women on this screen, we have several more, but all these women on this screen are all moms of multiple children. They all have incredible stories of things that they've overcome. None of them came to me wanting to build a business, and they all turned into coaches, and they have completely transformed their lives. And it's so cool because every one of them started with insecurities of, this won't work for me. This won't work for me. I've tried everything, but I'm going to try it anyways. And they've lost between 20 to 70 pounds. Amazing. This is what we do. This is what a coach does, which is amazing. I'm so thankful for it. Time commitment. So in the beginning, your time commitment forever. It's always going to be whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. A lot of people get busy in stuff that's not growing their business, and I will encourage you to not do that. This paper right here is our business activity tracker, and it tells you everything to do, and it's a tracker to make sure that you're doing the things that are going to grow your business throughout the week. Now, you don't have to work 7 days a week at all, but this is just a tracker for the days that you are working. And if you spend 30 to 60 minutes a day on this 5 days a week, you will see results. You also have to be teachable. If something's not working for you, that's where you have your coach and your team to say, hey, I've been doing my business activity tracker. Here's a picture of my tracker. Here's the amount of invites I've sent out. Here's the people I followed up with. It's not working. That's the beauty of having a mentor in this business. That's what I'm here for, or the person that you're joining is here for, is to give you feedback. Hey, let me look at your social media. I noticed that all you posted have been, graphics from the Beachbody website. People have no idea who you are and why you're doing this. So let's change things up a little bit. You get free business coaching in this, which is amazing. Now, when you step into leadership, you will want to spend more time than 60 minutes a day on your business, most likely. I definitely do, and I love it. This is what I do for a living. I absolutely love it. So there's more leadership things, but in the beginning, this is it. This is all that you need to do. The more time you spend connecting with people, the more successful you'll be. How to get started. There is a promotion right now. So your basic starter kit is only $160. Again, $160 to start a business. That's insane, right? And it's also the death of some people, because if you had to spend $300,000 to start a brick and mortar business, you would show up like it. And when people spend $160 to start a business, a lot of times they don't show up like the potential that it has to be. So you will get started with a challenge pack, is what it's called. It's going to include a full year access to Beachbody On Demand. It's going to include either Shakeology or our Performance Stack, which is the pre-workout and recover. It'll include a shaker cup, lifetime access to our 2 nutritional programs, portion containers, a journal for 2B Mindset, and if you choose the MBF option, you'll have bod ropes. We also just launched a running program. Both MBF, which stands for Muscle Burns Fat, and 30-Day Breakaway, which is our running program, they're both VIP programs, and you're getting them for free in the month of October. You're also going to get business webinars, team training, coach mentorship, weekly team calls, and one-on-one mentorship calls. We have quarterly and annual events. There's a ton of swag that you can earn as a new coach, which we will go over after your enrollment. We will set up goals for you and figure out why you're doing this, because everyone's going to be a little bit different. And I want to explain that in the beginning, when you start, you can choose to make this like a referral program. There's referral links, just like Amazon has affiliate links and referral links, and just earn commission. Like when I started, right? I got people started. I had no intention of actually coaching them. Add them to your coaches group. That's totally fine. Or you can go all in and set up your own group and be a little bit more involved. This is your business. We will never push you to do something that you are not wanting to do. That doesn't work out for anyone. If you have any questions, please reach out to the person who invited you to this webinar. I'm so happy that you were here. And I want to ask, did you guys have any questions that you want to ask before we end the recording, or that you get asked a lot? Good? Cool. Well, thank you again so much for joining us. If you have questions for me and you happen on this recording by accident, you can shoot me an email at thehealthpatriot@gmail.com. Have a great day.